What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go on my WWE Smackdown review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube every Sunday and every Thursday. Follow my social media on my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord threads down below in the description. Now let's get started. Now, SmackDown was a mid-boring show, and that's all I gotta say. SmackDown was on from TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Commentary were Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Kevin Patrick. WWE Smackdown kicks off with highlights of Payback. Live in the arena, Charlotte Flair makes her way down to the ring. So we get Charlotte Flair and Shotzi versus Bayley and Io Sky coming by Dakota Kai. Now this tag team match, it was just decent tag team match. The bell rings, we are on the way. Charlotte Flair and Bayley start the match. Bayley goes for a right hand. Flair ducks a kick and Io Sky with the big boot. Bayley hits Charlotte Flair with a hit Flair as Io Sky gets in the ring, and so does Shotzi. All four women fight to the ring side of the ring. Io Sky gets on the right apron and land a moonsault onto Charlotte Flair and Shotzi. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial. Bayley and Io Sky double team Shotzi in the middle of the ring. Bayley goes for the cover, but Shotzi kicks out. Bayley throws Shotzi in the corner, but Shotzi kicks her away. Shotzi makes the tag, and Io Sky gets in the ring, and Charlotte Flair has a crossbody onto Bayley and Io Sky. Excuse me. Flair with chomps onto Bayley. Flair with a follow-away slam followed by a clothesline. Io Sky gets in the ring and Flair throws her across the ring. Flair goes for the figure 4-8, but Bayley rolls her up, but Flair kicks out. Flair grabs Bayley's leg and gets the figure 4, but in comes Io Sky, who hits her with a meteor. Okay, Bayley plays Charlotte Flair on that top rope, and Io Sky hits her with a hurricanrana. Bayley climbs the top rope, and Asuka is shown standing behind Dakota Kai, which distracts Bayley. Charlotte Flair knocks Bayley down and hits Io Sky with the big boot. Shotzi with a DDT as she goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Charlotte Flair and Shotzi. This was a decent tag team match. that was a decent tag team match. Let me take a sip of my soda. It says, what was I? It says Asuka standing in the middle of the ring. Asuka standing in the middle of the ring with Il's championship. Il gets in the ring as Asuka throws the title and smiles to leave the ring. I want to see Io Sky versus Asuka for the women's championship. Take my money to see Asuka versus Io Sky for the women's champion. Okay, let me continue. We cut, and Paul Heyman is on the phone. And comes Jimmy Uso, who tells Paul Heyman that no one told him anything about being out of the bloodline, and he is in the bloodline. Paul Heyman tells him that Roman and Solo are not there tonight. He technically, if he is not out, he is in. He says Roman did offer him a house and a car. He tells Jimmy Uso to handle AJ Styles tonight, and he will handle Jimmy Uso business with Roman. And before Jimmy knows it, he will bring this family back together as Paul Heyman walks away, but he sees AJ Styles. Okay. Excuse me. Paul Heyman tells him he was just talking about him. Paul Heyman asks AJ if he has enough problems in his life before he decides that he wants to get involved with him. AJ Styles grabs Paul Heyman, but Jimmy Uso attacks AJ Styles from behind. He throws him into the equipment. Jimmy Uso, excuse me. Jimmy Uso walks away as Paul Heyman calls Roman Reigns. Okay, so we go to commercial break. Let me take another sip of my drink. Damage Control are backstage. Bailey asks what is wrong with everyone, and comes Caleb. Bailey tells her that Asuka is not the champion anymore, and she should mind her business. Il says she is ready for Asuka, and that is challenge for the title. See, I like that part by Il Sky. Out comes LA Knight to a loud pop from the crowd. He stands in the ring as the fans chant LA Knight. He tells them, "Let me talk to you," and they pop. He asks if everyone got the chance to see the Miz on Raw. He says he didn't come to play. That part was funny. I laugh at that. He came to walk straight to the top, and anyone who's standing in his way. The Miz knows what happens. 1 week he plays dress up, and the next he plays make believes against invisible John Cena. And Miz says that LA Knight won because of John Cena. LA Knight says he didn't ask for Cena. He didn't need Cena. He didn't need Cena's endorsement. He endorsed himself to stand right there. He has all of the respect in the world for what Cena has accomplished, but Cena did count to 3. Excuse me. If Miz wants to be a cockroach, he wants to be a stump. One more time to consider his challenge. But as he is talking, out comes Grayson Waller. Okay. He asked LA Knight if that's a good idea after Miz ran through Cena on Raw, almost like he wasn't there. He and his associate Austin Theory were backstage talking, and he introduced Austin Theory. Excuse me. Grayson Waller says last week they had one of the biggest wins in WWE history. They are the only tag team on the roster that, excuse me, that undefeated and realistically the greatest tag team of all time. If they decide to be. Okay, let me take another sip of my soda. Yeah, let me take another sip of my soda. Cause that's cap, man. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are not a tag team, and that's all I gotta say. That tag team is trash, and that's definitely all. And that's definitely all I gotta say. But yeah, but let me continue. LA Knight tells them they have to be proud because they are fans' favorites. But the fans booed him. Yeah, but the fans booed him. Theory tells LA Knight, "Let me talk to you." He asks, "Who's the referee that helped LA Knight defeat The Miz?" John Cena. The guy that he beat at WrestleMania. Excuse me. And he already beat LA Knight too. And at only 20 years old, already become a 2-time United States champion. And LA Knight is a LA Knight. Has just been here. Okay. He tells LA Knight it tells LA Knight to take in his 15 minutes of fame because after he's done with him, the Miz won't waste his time. LA Knight tells them LA Knight tells them if they are done, he can show them how it's done. He calls Grayson Waller a moron and Theory a half-wit. He says CD Garden stands on Legends Way. Legends Way in a very legendary way. Excuse me. Austin Theory at 26 years old can get his kick with everyone saying LA Knight, yeah. Okay, commercial break. Okay, so we get LA Knight versus Austin Theory. Yeah. LA Knight versus Austin Theory. And this was a this match was not bad, but it was just it was just okay for what it was. It was just okay match for what it was. Grayson Waller is on commentary. The bell rings and we are underway. A shoulder attack about Theory as the fans chant Theory sucks. Theory runs to the ropes, but LA Knight with a back elbow. LA Knight with a swinging neck breaker. He grabs Theory, but Theory pushes him onto the turnbuckle. Theory with a snap suplex as he goes for the cover, but LA Knight kicks out. LA Knight rolls onto the ring apron. Theory goes for a suplex, but LA Knight blocks it and he hits him with a knee. LA Knight jumps up. LA Knight jumps over the top rope and into the ring, hitting Austin Theory with a shoulder tackle. Theory falls to the outside of the ring. LA Knight slams Theory into the announcer desk. He throws Theory into the ring in the corner. LA Knight runs towards Theory, but Theory lifts him up and hangs him on the top rope, onto the top rope. Excuse me. LA Knight falls onto the ring apron as Theory hits him with a neck breaker onto the outside of the ring. So we go to commercial break. Okay. Back from commercial. LA Knight with a clothesline, followed by a Russian leg sweep. LA Knight hits him with a DDT. LA Knight hits him on his shoulders, but Theory lands on his feet. A right hand by Theory, followed by a rolling brainbuster. He goes for the cover, but LA Knight kicks out. Theory runs towards LA Knight, but LA Knight throws him to the outside. Excuse me. He goes for a suplex, but Theory blocks it and reverses it, hitting LA Knight with a suplex. Excuse me. Let me take another sip of my drink. With the referee not looking, Grayson Waller climbed the top rope and undid the top turnbuckle pad. Theory throws LA Knight into the ring. LA Knight throws him to the ropes and hits him with a power slam. LA Knight runs towards the ropes and hits him with an elbow. Grayson Waller gets on the ring apron and distracts LA Knight. Theory rolls him up, but LA Knight kicks out. Theory tries to throw LA Knight into the turnbuckle, but LA Knight blocks it and tries to send Theory into it. Theory stops. Theory stops, turns around, and LA Knight hits him with the BFT. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, LA Knight. This match was fine for. This match was solid match for what it was. Well, not solid. I'm sorry. This match was okay for what it was. Grayson Waller gets in the ring as LA Knight gets in his face, but Grayson Waller rolls out of the ring. Kathy Kelly is backstage with JJ Styles. He tells her that he is standing right. That he is standing. He can fight. He says Jimmy Uso can jump him from behind as many times as he wants, but nothing is going to stop him from ripping his head off. Excuse me. Paul Heyman is backstage with Adam Pearce. Heyman tells Pearce that no one can put their hands on him. He asks Pearce who will get traded from Raw to SmackDown. In comes LA Knight. Excuse me. Who asks LA Knight who asks for a match against The Miz next week. Excuse me. And Pearce says that match will happen. Paul Heyman tells LA Knight that they have never properly introduced. Paul Heyman says he is a fan of his. He tells LA Knight that next time the guy outside the door tells him that he is in, tells him that he is in here doing business, to do himself a favor, knock first. Paul Heyman asks if they are clear. LA Knight tells him yeah. As Paul Heyman walks out. Okay. Let me take another sip of my drink. The Judgment Day come out with Rhea Ripley. The Judgment Day come out with Rhea Ripley. Damien Priest tells them to all rise for the crew who has all the gold. Finn Balor asks them who is better than them. Nobody. As Dominic is about to speak, the fans boo. He says Rhea is in India, being the most dominant WWE Women's Champion. Damien Priest says they are proud of Rhea Ripley. They are also proud of that they accomplished something that not even the Bloodline can do. Something not even Roman Reigns could do. They they not only beat Sami and Kevin Owens, they took the undisputed World Tag Team Championships from Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Dominic begins to speak, but the fans booed again. He says they are the most dominant group. Out comes the Brawling Brutes. Butch says it's fight night as Rich Holland mentions that Dominic said they are the most dominant group. Rich Holland says the Brawling Brutes are here in Boston and that the Judgment Day could not have picked worse opponents. But it's not him that they have to worry about, it's Butch. Excuse me. Finn Balor, yeah. Finn Balor begins to laugh as he points at Butch, but Butch twists Finn Balor's fingers and they throw David Priest and Finn Balor to the outside. Okay. So we'll go to commercial break. Okay. Okay. So we get the Judgment Day versus Brawling Brutes. In this tag team match, this was this was um this was pretty good. Pretty good tag team match. Back from commercial and the match is on the way. Bush twists Finn Balor's fingers and tags Ridge Holland into the match. Excuse me. He spins Balor around and slams him onto the mat. He lifts Balor up, but Finn Balor on his feet and tags Priest into the match. Priest with a shoulder tackle followed by a right hand. Priest grabs Rich Holland, but Rich Holland lifts Priest up. And comes Balor and Holland lifts him up and slams them down. Slams them both onto the mat. Excuse me. Dominic gets on the ring apron that distracts that distracts Rich Holland as Priest hits him with a clothesline. Finn Balor is tagging and they double team Holland. Finn Balor with a headlock in the middle of the ring. Okay. Excuse me. Rich Holland gets to his feet and he throws Finn Balor across the ring. Finn Balor is tagging and he runs and kicks Damien Priest off the ring apron. Butch with right hands and kicks to the face onto Balor. As Balor falls to the outside of the ring. Butch climbs the second rope and he lands a moonsault onto David Priest and Finn Balor. Commercial break. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial. Back from commercial. Priest and Hollins are in the ring. Priest whip kicks as he goes for a right hand, but Hollins grabs him and delivers an underhook suplex. Bush hits tag again and they double team Priest. Bush goes for the cover, but Priest kicks out. Bush runs towards Priest, but Priest hits him with the kick to the face. He goes for the cover, but Bush kicks out. Priest with a kick onto Holland, who was on the ring apron. Priest grabs Butch, but Butch grabs him by the fingers and stomps on them. Excuse me. Stomps on them. Finn Balor is tagging as he runs towards Butch, but Butch moves out of the way and hits him with the release German. Dominic gets on the ring apron, but Butch catches him. Finn Balor turns Butch around and hits him with a sling blade. He climbs the top rope and goes for the coup de grace, but Butch moves out of the way. Butch goes for the cover, but Balor kicks out. Excuse me. Balor with the hold on. Balor with an overhead kick onto Butch. Priest is tagging. Butch hits him with a kick and tags Hollins in. Hollins with a tackle. Butch climbs the top rope as Balor pushes him down. Priest hits Hollins with a South of Heaven. He grabs Butch and hits him with the South of Heaven. Balor is tagging as he hits the coup de grace onto Rich Hollins. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. Okay. The winner of the match, the Judgment Day. That was a excuse me. That was a pretty good tag team match. Excuse me. Let me take another sip of my drink. It says as they celebrate in the ring. As they celebrate in the ring, as they celebrate in the ring, Bobby Lashley music hits and out he comes with the Street Profits. All 6 men are in the ring. Lashley gets in Damian Priest's face, for in Balor space, and Dawkins in Dominic's face. Lashley tells them they are right. They are right that the bloodline are crumbling, but it's not the Judgment Day is taking over. It's them. Okay. Excuse me. The OC and Mia Yim are backstage, and then comes AJ Styles. He asks them if they have any idea what's going on. He asks them they saw Jimmy attack him from behind. Anderson says he is sorry as AJ slams Anderson's phone onto the floor. They argue, and AJ Styles tells them if this is how it's going to be, he doesn't want them at ringside. Okay. So we'll go to commercial break. Asuka is backstage and cuts a promo. She says Damage Control forgot about her. She was the champ and she will take her title back. Okay then. Excuse me. So we get the main event of the evening. AJ Styles versus Jimmy Uso. And this match right here, this match was decent. Decent main event. Okay, the battle rings are underway. Jimmy goes for a super kick, but AJ moves out of the way. AJ kicks Jimmy's leg, and Jimmy in a right hand by AJ, who knocks him down. Excuse me. AJ with a snap suplex. AJ with kicks followed by a backbreaker. AJ with a kick to the side of the head. The referee checks up on Jimmy, and AJ throws Jimmy to the outside of the ring. Excuse me. Jimmy gets back in the ring and an elbow to the face by Jimmy. Face by Jimmy. Knocks AJ down. Jimmy grabs AJ, but AJ throws Jimmy to the ropes, and Jimmy rolls to the outside of the ring. AJ with a baseball slide knocks him down. AJ on the ring apron, but Jimmy hits him with a super kick. Paul Heyman and Soul Sequoia walk down the ramp. Jimmy slams AJ's face into the stairs. Commercial break. Okay, so we go to commercial break. Back from commercial. Right hands by Jimmy, followed by a headlock with AJ. AJ elbows, but Jimmy slams him onto the mat. A headlock by Jimmy. Excuse me. But AJ gets to his feet, and AJ gets to his feet and a belly to back suplex as he slams Jimmy onto the mat. Both men with right hands and AJ with a overhead kick. AJ clotheslines Jimmy over the top and to the outside. Excuse me. AJ with their forearms over the top rope onto Jimmy. AJ throws Jimmy back into the ring, and AJ gets on the ring apron. he looks at Solo, who is at ringside. AJ goes for the excuse me. What I was trying to say was AJ Styles. AJ goes for the phenomenal form, but Jimmy moves out of the way, and AJ lands on his feet. AJ grabs Jimmy and slams him onto his knee. He goes for the cover, but Jimmy kicks out. AJ lifts Jimmy up, but Jimmy lands on his feet. A kick out, a, a kick followed by a right hand by Jimmy. Excuse me. Jimmy grabs AJ, but AJ hits him with a DDT. He goes for the cover, but Jimmy kicks out. AJ gets on the apron as he distracts by Solo as Jimmy hits him with a super kick. Excuse me. Jimmy throws AJ to the outside. Jimmy tries to talk to Solo, but Solo turns around and attacks AJ, attacks them both from behind. AJ throws Jimmy into the ring. He hits him with a phenomenal forearm. AJ goes for the cover and gets the pin. Okay. The winner of the match, AJ Styles. The main event was decent. Okay, decent main event match. Solo grab. Yeah, did I say it right? Okay. Solo gets in the ring as AJ leaves and walks up the rail. Out comes Damian Priest and Finn Balor, who attacks AJ from behind. They throw AJ into the ring, and Solo hits AJ with a Samoan spike as he looks at Damian Priest and Finn Balor, who are at ringside. And and WWE Smackdown goes off the air. But here's one thing I was confused about. Why did the Judgment Day attack AJ Styles? I don't know. But anyway, now WWE Smackdown was a mid-born show, and that's all I gotta say. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Smackdown review and highlights, make sure to please full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. And get this video a big fat thumbs up. That helps the YouTube algorithm. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube Sunday and Thursday. Follow my social media. My Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch and Discord threads down below in the description. I want you guys to have a great weekend. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.